Hello everyone, this is Metroid Nerd number 9001, and I actually remembered to make a backup save last time, for this time, after I did some grinding for some bolts off screen. But anyway, we're just gonna start this video going to the King Key stage, and we're gonna get an extra 200 volts, because who doesn't want 200 volts? This one's pretty simple, just gotta use the spread drill. Easy 200 volts. Don't miss the 200 volts though. I mean 100 volts. You get 200 volts total from this excursion, I'll get. And this one teaches you a mechanic about the Tengu Blade. It's that the projectile will bounce up walls. And the game teaches you some of these mechanics by this stage. Now another nice thing about the Tengu Blade is if you slide, it'll do a little charge attack, which is kind of like the charge kick from Mega Man 5, but better in almost every way because it's not the only thing that the weapon does, and it's actually effective at killing enemies. I haven't played Mega Man 5, but I've heard that the charge kick is pretty bad. Anyway, we are going to get one thing from the shop, and that is Eddie. And I'm pressing the wrong buttons because it's Japanese. Alright, here we go. Because Aldo doesn't have that many things in the shop yet for us to get, but once we beat Magic Man, he will. Now, Magic Man is a pretty fun boss. However, the beginning of his stage can be a real pain. However, at least to lighten it up, we have this awesome theme. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in band, I play a wind instrument, and I really like this theme because it's basically a march for a band. It's got some instruments that you would hear in band, but mostly it's really upbeat and it's fun and it's a march, and there's a whole trio section at the end, and it's a fun time, this piece, and it makes this whole stage kind of, or at least it makes this beginning part kind of bearable. Because this beginning part is really, really annoying. I'm not gonna say how many times I've had to re-record this from me failing at this section right here. I hate this section with a passion. There we go. Okay, I can do this. This part right here is really frustrating. However, after this, it's not nearly as bad. Right here, we've got a mini-boss, but not that bad of a mini-boss. You actually had to fight him in Mega Man 8, but here, he's just kind of clearing the path for you, and then you can just slide right through. Not that bad. And I think up here is where the march is coming in, or where the trio section. There we go. This part isn't too bad, and it's pretty fun. Got these guys kind of swinging around. Lots of fun things, and then these random skull-looking elevators, which don't fit that much into the theme of the level, but oh well. It's still all pretty fun and festive looking. There's a CD up there, but I'm not going to get it. I'll probably get it off screen because I like collecting them. It's a carnival. It's a really fun theme, and the rest of the stage really isn't all that bad. Once you get past the first section, and I'm definitely past a checkpoint at this point, so it shouldn't be that bad. Plus, see here, these guys are actually over floor, so you can learn in a much safer environment that these guys, that the green part of them is what is the only part that won't damage you. See, I got damaged by the rest of it. You could ice wall up here, but it's just faster. It's cheaper to not. And this is kind of a fun. They changed this mechanic from Mega Man 8, making this game not. Oh, I'm full on weapon ammo. That's nice. Making different uses of the same mechanics. Is that these guys, anytime they ring the bell, these platforms will rotate. Now, they're kind of finicky to navigate around. Just collision can be weird, but what you definitely want to do is you want to, when you get onto a new block, you want to scroll the camera up so that I forgot what the enemies are called, but so that they scroll on screen. Oh wait, I'm full. I need help. So that they scroll on screen as soon as possible, so they can get them out of the way. Now we're almost to the end of the stage. But that's a nice refill right there, and that's it. Time to go up against Magic Man. And I didn't mean to do that. You can it's very possible to accidentally use the Tengu Blade while sliding. Now he doesn't get stunned if you hit him with the projectile from it, but he will get stunned if you hit him with the actual blade. It's like you're cutting a card in half. His magic card will steal health from you, but it's not that bad. It's not as annoying as some other boss that we're going to be seeing later in this video that has the ability to heal. Now, the magic card, it may not be that powerful of a weapon, but it's a really great utility weapon. And it also gives Mega Man a nice bonus, as you can see by the telly up there. It makes him able to shoot upward, which is really, really nice. Now that we've beaten 6 Robot Masters, let's go pay Otto a visit. He has a lot more weapons for us this time. This is an auto healer, and it's a pretty useful weapon, but it's slow. This is extra defense, and this makes it so you use less energy for special weapons. These two things are just for fighting CDs. And this, I think it converts your damage into, if you take damage, it gives you weapon energy. But right now I'm just going to get the ammunition saver, because that's a really useful weapon, especially in King's Fortress. Now next up, if you've been following my channel a while, you know I did an arrangement of Astro Man's theme, and now we're going to get to hear where it comes from. I'm not going to edit in my own version of the theme into this video because, 1, that'd be kind of vain, and 2, it's not as good as the original because, well, synthesizers on Note Flight aren't all that great compared to, at least compared to SNES synthesizers being used in an SNES game. This is kind of a fun stage, but it can also be kind of annoying in some parts, because there's one part that's kind of like, it could kill you based on pure luck. You just gotta kind of be careful. This is a pretty good spot for the wave burner because it can hit them while they're in the ground. It's like all the weapons are getting used. This is a nice way to teach you the mechanic, and I didn't get the CD, oh well. But they're teaching you the mechanics and then throwing you into small challenges. It's kind of different from the structure that some of the later Mega Man games have with it, where they will bring back some of the mechanics from earlier in the stage and much harder. For a lot of these, it's kind of one and done type mechanics, where you'll only really see the mechanic for like one room and then they'll be gone. Now this is the room with the sheer luck, is that if an enemy spawns right in front of you while you're jumping over a bottomless pit, that can kind of screw you over. Or if that happens and you're not careful. Now here we have a quote-unquote mini-boss, but it's just memorization. Basically, it's just, can you remember what it did, and can you avoid accidentally pressing other buttons? Now this is a nice thing about the magic card, as you saw from the demonstration. If I can actually hit the thing, it'll pick up pickups for you. It won't pick up CDs, but it can pick up basically anything, I think. Now you just kind of want to slide over these platforms and not get crushed by the spikes. That was amazing. Anyway, back to the stage. It's not setting us back too far since I was right after the mini-boss. Just kind of slide over them and get off of them before they have a chance to kill you. And then accidentally set off this thing. but then just kind of slide over them and let them raise themselves up and then avoid going anything else with them. And then this room is the reintroduction of the reappearing, disappearing blocks that everyone loves oh so much in Mega Man. Takes a bit of concentration. They're kind of tight, but this overall isn't that bad. You just gotta kind of have an idea. Now this is me starting the section over a pit of spikes. That is mean. So just use the ice wall to give yourself the boost up to the second block, and then go on to forget where the next block in the chain is, and then proceed to fall down to the bottom. Yay, I'm being good, but this is kind of a tough section. But definitely just use the ice wall here. And then do it way too early. There we go. I got it. And now we're up to the second version of this. And it just shoots you if you mess it up. And I think, yeah. There we go. I almost never messed that up, but I guess I did this time. Now you get plenty of ammo up for the magic card, which is nice. It's not that powerful. I think it's probably about as powerful as a single shot of the Mega Buster. But for some enemies, that's enough to destroy them, which is nice. And then we're at the end of the stage. Now this kind of shows you, hey, maybe you should be using the magic card because they got magic things that you can only get by using the magic card, and then a refill for your magic card. Now Astro Man has a weird kind of weakness to the magic card, because the way that Astro Man works in this game is that you can only damage him in his top half. The entire bottom half of his body is completely invincible except when you're using the magic card. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on critical attack here, just because I don't need anything else really. You can hit him anywhere when you're using the magic card. And it gives you a lot of ample time to avoid his random diving attacks, which are the most unpredictable of his attacks, and honestly the hardest to avoid, though the copy vision I have trouble with too. The problem with the magic card as his weakness is that it does so little damage to him. It only does 2 points of damage, unless you have critical attack on and you're low on HP, which will probably happen the next time I get hit if I get hit again. And that makes the fight go significantly faster. With the way the magic card works, I like that it's like, and then he explodes like it's slicing through him, and that's his "oh no, you've killed me" animation like I talked about in the last episode. I like those are fun. This is copy vision. It's a pretty decent weapon if you want to. It's mostly good at taking out bigger enemies when you want to focus on doing something else, and just have it focusing the firepower, or like basically taking shots or leading shots for you. And last up, we have Dynamo Man. Dynamo Man is an infamous boss in this game, because he has the ability that almost no other Mega Man boss has, which is the ability to heal himself mid-fight on a whim, which is annoying, but if you get used to his attack pattern, it's not that bad. Sort of. But once again, you gotta get used to it. For most beginner players, I would definitely recommend using copy vision against him. I don't really think that I don't think he does get stunned really at all by the copy vision. it just does more damage to him. You just gotta get used to his pattern. Now the main mechanic of this stage is these things. Is that whenever you run on them, and the longer you run on them, the faster these treadmills will go. Now the red blocks are considered like platform blocks of the exploding ones. And then the blue ones are just ones that you can destroy. Like this. And then this is like something you can use if you're base to avoid like all of the the fireman fight type things. But it's not that bad. And then the return of Teddies. They can be kind of annoying enemies if you don't know what you're doing. You can only get up there with base. It just has some refills and CD stuff. And this section over here, I guess I'll show this off. How you have to blow this up with the wave burner to get through. And then that up there is a pretty mean CD that you have to slide into spikes almost to get. Or you can just tank the life. Now this boss is a pretty good place to use copy vision too. Is that, like I said, have it focus on the bigger enemy while you focus on something smaller. Now the main mechanic with this thing is that, if they both get lined up, they'll do this attack, and it's the window of dodging this attack is really tight. So what we want to do is basically never to always be trying to destroy one, and as soon as you destroy one of the generators, destroy that version of the other one. Now this section is all about patience. The lightning bolt, which is the weapon that you get from Dynamo Man, will let you temporarily see the entire stage, and then also using the wave burner will let you see where you are, even though it's not really accurate to where the wave burner actually is. It's just nice to be able to see that. Provide some insight, and then you can just kind of fall down here. You just gotta wait for the light to move around into an area that is actually useful for your purposes. Let's jump down here, and then for some reason there's spikes up there. I guess if you jump thinking, oh, I'll be fine, and then you're not fine. But now the conveyor belts are going the other way, so you gotta be careful over these pits. And then these enemies are really annoying, just in general. Don't want to destroy the red blocks here, definitely. Now if you need a break, you can use the ice wall, and it'll just kind of slow the conveyor belts down. Because you won't be standing on them anymore. This is a pretty good place also to use the ice wall as a weapon, because it'll take out these things completely. Because if you only take out one, then the other one will respawn one. Just got some spikes to avoid here, and a CD just falling from the ceiling. I'm gonna use Eddie here. Do I have big refills on? I don't think I do. No, I have critical attack on. Come on, Eddie. You can give me something better than that. There we go. Now I'm going to use critical attack on this fight, because I generally like to do this one with just the Mega Buster. Because, I don't know, I'm just not... Because of how you have to use copy vision, because he can just move out of the way of where copy vision is. Now I do use copy vision for this attack because it'll lead his shots into him. However, once it's done, you just kind of gotta button mash your way through those. Once it's done, get rid of copy vision. Just gotta let copy vision do its magic for the time being. Man, he's using that attack a lot. I mean, I guess I can take that to my advantage. Now here, I generally use the magic card, but you don't want to be underneath him when he's finished with the... And then this mostly just want to use copy vision to get rid of his attacks. That's a lightning bolt. I still don't understand how you're supposed to dodge that. There's a way, I know, but come on. There we go. Critical attack is coming in clutch. And we did it. That is all 8 Robot Masters officially defeated. Next time on Mega Man in Base, we're going to be opening up all of the keys and infiltrating King's Castle, which has quite the array of 3 stages. They're fun and interesting and big and long and frustrating. There's a lot of adjectives that you can use to describe King's Fortress. But either way, that'll wrap things up. This has been Metroid Nerd number 9001, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.